Hello people, this is Christian and you're welcome back to your Don't Have channel. So in this video we are going to be building simple access control system. So the components we are going to be using is an LCD, Arduino board, keypad, PC, specifically F8574 and two LED lights, okay, red and green. So we are going to be using proteus for simulation and Arduino IDE for the coding. So in our next video, then we will look at how we can implement it the hardware also. So for this and more, kindly click on the subscribe button if you haven't, and join me. Alright, so here I have the architectural diagram of how our system is going to look like. Okay. So first of all, we have our Arduino here sitting in the middle. Here we have our keypad, which we are going to use to punch our pins, okay. And here we have our PCF8574 here. We'll talk about it soon. We have our LCD here. We have our two LED lights down here. So as I said, we'll use our keypad to punch our pin or our code, okay. And the Arduino is going to send the code to our LCD and our LCD will display it for us. So the PC here is serving as an external I/O device, okay. So the pins on the Arduino board won't be enough for us to be able to connect our LCD to our Arduino board. So we are basically adding this so that it serves as an external, okay. So that we'll be able to connect our LCD to our Arduino board through that. And down here we have our two LED lights. We have the green and the red, okay. So when the combination matches what is in the system, you will on the green light, it doesn't be on the red line. So in order for us not to waste time, let's open our proteus environment and let's start implementing. Alright, so we are going to create a new project. So I'll click on new project. And up here, let's say access control. Need to press control and then we'll click on next, finish. Alright, so this is how our environment looks like. We are first going to bring the devices here. So you go to component mode, click on P, and the first component you are going to have for is Arduino. Okay. Type Arduino from here. So I'm going to be using Arduino Uno. Click on OK. The next device you are going to be looking for is, let's say, PC F5. Okay, so there is it. Click on it. That is PC F8574. Alright, and let's click on OK. And the next thing we are going to be looking for is our LED lights. LED. Okay, let's look for green. Okay, now let's go for the red LED. Red. Okay, right here. And now we go for our LCD. So we type ML L. This is what we want, the LCD display wants. Okay, so the next thing is let's pick our keypad. So we type keypad. So we are going to use the keypad phone. Let's click OK. It's great. So now let's start bringing them. So let's click on Arduino. position it here. Position my keypad right here. PC controller down here. Fine. Good. And then I'll position my, let me go and pick my green and here, LED. Bring it here. Let me go in for the red one also. Bring it right here. Okay. So now let's start with connections. So, oops, let's bring the LCD. Yeah. In it well. I think here will be fine. We are going to start. Let me try and zoom in here. We are first going to connect in 4 of the LCD to our PC, and then we will connect 5 to 5, and then 6 to 6. Right, now let's go to 14. Let's connect 14 to 12 here, and then 13 to 11 here, 12 to 10 here. Right, follows in that order. And last, connect this one here. Okay, so let's now connect the PC to our Arduino board. Okay, so we are going to connect the 14 to our A5, the analog pin. Okay, so A5 to 14, and then 15 to A4. Right, great. And then you connect our pin 1, pin 2, and pin 3 to the ground. So you go to terminals, right, terminals mode, and then we pick our ground here. Oops, ground, set it right here. And oops, no, connect pin 1 ground, pin 2 same, pin 3 the same thing. Okay, now let's connect our Arduino board to our phone, keypad phone. Okay, so now that I want to use the input and output. So oops, all right, so let's pick the output. So output, then we are going to connect it to this one. First you right click on it, and then you rotate it 180 so that you can connect it to, right. Then the same thing here. I think I should copy the components so that I'll just, and let me rotate it before. After that I'll right click on it again, then you go to copy. Now you can paste here. You right click, then you paste from clipboard here. Wait, let's do the same for this one. Nice. Now let's connect them. We're going to connect this one. Oops, connect this one also, connect this one too. Right, so I think we are not done, so let's take it. Then here I'm just going to rotate it. So right click and you rotate it just anti-clockwise once. Let's copy, and let's paste it right here. Paste, another paste here. Great. All right, so now let's connect them. Connect this one also. connect this one also, right? And let's label them. So I'm going to call this one R1, R2, R3, and R4. Okay, so R1, next one R2, R3, R4. Right here, say C1, C2, C3. Okay, now let's move to the Arduino board. Okay, so now let's go and pick the input. Okay, so we'll start from, let's say, in 9. That one, you are going to rotate it 180. Let's copy the components. So copy, and then now let's connect this one to pin 9 and paste it here. Paste. Connect this one to pin 8. Come down here. Paste. Connect it to pin 7. Come down. Paste. Connect it to pin 6. I know it's quite boring, but so paste. Connect this one to pin 5. Almost there. Okay, so copy, paste. Connect this to pin 4. Last one, copy, paste. Connect this to pin 3. Okay. Then let's go back to this side. Okay, where our LEDs are. So we are going to ground our LEDs as well. So ground. Okay, and then let's connect LEDs. This one also. Right, so let's add our input pins right here. So add one, rotate it clockwise, then you connect. Okay, so now let's go here. You place it here, rotate it clockwise, then you connect. Okay, so now let's label them too. We are going to give it a name, a LED for green, right? And this one is LED, so L, then red. Now let's go back to our Arduino board. Let's create a pin output for that one also. See, oops, not this one. So connect to 13 and connect to 12 also. Right, so now let's label them also. L for red, double click. Oh, okay, oops, G, red. Okay, so we are basically connecting this output pin to this input pin. Okay, so let's do same for the rest. So the first one is going to be R1, click R2. The next one is R3. Next one is R4. Next one is, let me move to now. Next one is C1, C2, C3. Okay. So what you are basically doing is you are connecting the keypads. So C1, R1, let me zoom out to R1 to R4 to pin 6, okay, R3 to pin 7, R2 pin 8, and R1 to 9. Okay. That's what you are basically doing here. I think for now we are good to go. Okay, let's cross check. Everything is fine. Okay, it's level 1 thing here. You have to ground up in here, so I'm going to go to ground, and then so basically this is how we are going to connect our computer. So I think this video is quite long, so I'm going to pause here. In our next video, we are going to go to the actual coding. Okay, we're going to program in the Arduino IDE so that we can set the system working. Okay, so kindly click on the subscribe button if you haven't, and join me in the next video.